Hello, Commanders fans. Today we have some hot news you can't miss, so get ready because there's a lot of important information coming your way. Before we begin, we'd like to subscribe to the channel, activate the bell, and stay up to date with all the latest news about our Washington Commanders. Don't forget to leave a like, which really strengthens our community and helps bring this content to the team's most passionate fans. Now, without further ado, let's get straight to today's news. Is Luke McCaffrey ready to take on a bigger role in the Commanders' offense? It was a tough rookie year for Christian's younger brother. Despite playing in all 17 regular season games and all 3 playoff games for Washington, Luke McCaffrey became the forgotten man in the Commanders' receiving corps. His all-22. Film will show that he did a good job creating separation and getting open. However, he wasn't an option for rookie phenom Jayden Daniels, who relied on passing the ball to veteran players like Terry McLaurin, Zach Ertz, and Noah Brown. Despite not having a significant role in the offense, Luke showed he's a very willing blocker and did a good job returning kicks. Now, with a year under his belt and things hopefully starting to slow down a bit for him on the field, what does the future hold for McCaffrey in year 2 under Cliff Kingsbury? Ed McCaffrey on Luke's mental and physical state as training camp approaches. He's hungry, man. He's hungry to get on the field, hungry to compete. This is his first offseason in the NFL. When you're a senior in college, you go straight from college to playing in a bowl game, to preparing for an all-star game. He played in the Senior Bowl, to preparing for the Combine, and then to Pro Day. You never have a full off-season of training, and in my experience, it took me a year or 2 to get an NFL body. I thought he was great last year. He was eager to get on the field more and more. He'll do the same this year. But man, I can already see the difference in him physically from last year to this year. Where is Luke's best place? I believe Luke McCaffrey's best option is in the slot, where he can use his quickness, 6.7 in the 3-cone and 4.02 at the Combine, the best for wide receivers, and size to create imbalances for opposing defenses. The Bills are being touted as a dark horse landing spot for a Pro Bowl wide receiver. Despite salary cap restrictions, training camp is approaching, and contract negotiations between Terry McLaurin and the Washington Commanders remain ongoing. McLaurin, who is expected to earn $15.5 million this season, skipped the team's voluntary and mandatory minicamps earlier this offseason in hopes of securing an extension. The star receiver is reportedly not happy with the lack of progress in negotiations, raising the possibility that he could be sidelined. When the Commanders return to action later this month, if negotiations do escalate, there's also the possibility that McLaurin could seek a trade. While not the most likely outcome, one NFL reporter sees a potential signing. Alex K. of Bleacher Report recently mentioned the Buffalo Bills as a dark horse candidate for McLaurin, should he be available. McLaurin would instantly become quarterback Josh Allen's top target and would perfectly complement the versatile Khalil Shakir and the rising Keon Coleman to form the core of a passing attack that has potential among the best in the league. Kay said. Terry McLaurin is coming off 5 consecutive 1,000-yard seasons. McLaurin, 29, has been a model of consistency for Washington, surpassing 1,000 receiving yards 5 years in a row. In 2024, McLaurin, a second-team All-Pro, led the Commanders with 82 receptions for 1,096 yards and a career-high 13 touchdowns in the regular season, and then had another 227 receiving yards and 3 touchdowns in the playoffs. The Commanders reached the NFC Championship game, losing 55-23 to the Philadelphia Eagles. McLaurin is entering the final year of a 3-year, $68.3 million contract, which includes a $25.5 million salary cap hit. Which other teams might be interested in Terry McLaurin? The Bills could undoubtedly use a no. One target for Allen, the reigning NFL MVP. Last year, it was Shakir, who had 76 receptions for 821 yards and 4 touchdowns. Shakir's 100 targets were easily the most on the team among receivers, ahead of Colvin, 57, Mac Hollins, 50, and Curtis Samuel, 46. Kenneth Walker has been traded to the Washington Commanders. The Seattle Seahawks are entering a season filled with unknowns, the main one being new quarterback Sam Darnold. Why is he dominating the headlines? Seahawks fans must be curious too. Know how the organization views star running back Kenneth Walker. He's shown great examples of being a dominant force, but his injury history and upcoming extension make him completely expendable. Enter the Washington Commanders, arguably the NFL's most aggressive team in the 2025 offseason. See how this potential trade would make sense for both teams. Trade proposal: Kenneth Walker to Washington Commanders. Washington Commanders. R.B. Kenneth Walker III Seattle Seahawks. Washington's 2026 third-round pick, or trade for a 2027 pick. This aligns with Washington's needs. With the exception of Brian Robinson Jr., their backfield lacks reliable depth. Walker would immediately provide a dynamic player, while Seattle regains a draft pick before Walker's contract expires at the end of 2025. Commanders in win now mode. Washington enters the 2025 season with a vengeance. After a strong 12-5 regular season in 2024, they finished second in the NFC East and advanced to the NFC Championship game, a first since 1991. Rookie quarterback Jaden Daniels lit up the league with over 3,500 passing yards, 25 touchdowns, and 891 rushing yards en route to offensive Rookie of the Year honors and a playoff run to the NFC Championship. With a powerful offense featuring 13 touchdown receptions from Terry McLaurin and a rejuvenated defense under Dan Quinn, Washington's trajectory is clear. They see 2025 as a championship opportunity, and Walker helps solidify the backfield. RB trades in contract years. How common are they? Running backs nearing the end of their contracts are often at risk of being traded, especially if their production is uneven or the team wants value. Melvin Gordon, Chargers, 2019, had only 1 year remaining and recorded 765 rushing yards. He was traded midseason to the Broncos for a 5th-round pick. Todd Gurley, Rams, 2020, was traded during his senior year after injury-plagued seasons. Marshawn Lynch, Seahawks, 2011, was traded before his rookie contract expired, a classic value. Extraction.